You know how stressful it is when guidance systems go down. You lose field time. You lose yield potential. You lose patience. Help is here. Raven Cruiser 2 RTK with Slingshot. Precision simplified. Learn more at ravensimple.com.
Our weed of the week is common mallow. Now, Darren, you can't have a story for this too, do you?
I absolutely do, Brian, because we used to raise hogs when we were growing up, and right outside the hog pens, let's face it, there were a lot of weeds there that probably were carried in the feed. And with common mallow, that was one that was just rampant around our hog pens. And you know what? If we had more hogs, Brian, we could control common mallow perfectly because they love to eat common mallow.
They did. So whenever Darren would let them out of their pens mistakenly,
yeah,
then they'd go right over to that. So we knew exactly where to find it.
All right. Well, we don't see common mallow out in the fields a lot, but I do kind of refer to it as one of those manure weeds. If you have a lot of livestock, you're probably going to see a little bit of that show up from some of the feed ingredients. The 2,4-D type products work great in burn downs. When we talk about in wheat, we've got some good options there with Husky and Wide Match, especially when you're mixing Affinity broad spec in. I think it does a nice job on them. In corn, I really like Status. In soybeans, the pre-emerge herbicides like Valor and Authority do an excellent job on common mallow.
Well, common mallow is not the most difficult weed on the farm to control. It's an annual weed. It's relatively small. If you have good crop canopy, that'll choke it out a lot of times. But again, we do have a lot of good herbicide options for our weed of the week, common mallow.
That's all time for this week's weed, but Iron Talk is coming up next.